Hey, good morning, everybody. It's early morning to LALATE, the 6:30 edition. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, and the toast bacon donuts are here. Some people yesterday were using the emojis for this channel to make bacon donuts. Big updates about your third stimulus check and third stimulus package across the board, as this channel only, anywhere worldwide, is detailing the provisions of the third stimulus package that I've never heard of before. These are insanely delicious. $1,400 a week for paid sick leave, $1,700 for student assistance, an additional $4,000 to $8,000 tax refund if you have a child under 13. Where's this stuff coming from? In this video, I'm going to go over the surprises of the third stimulus package, which you may never have heard of until you tune into this channel. So wow, get ready to rock and roll. Turn to the side, turn to the left like the plants. The plants are doing the Cupid shuffle to the left, to the left, to the left. And with that, let's get ready to rock and roll. This is Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE, and boy, am I excited for you. What a day it is. The third stimulus package is a great bill because it has great stuff in it, and while it was not introduced in a great fashion, it was introduced in a dismal fashion, when the bill draft was leaked and I got a copy of it, I just dropped my jaw, and it's really good. In this video, I'm going to go over those details, but first consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, also say hello to your friends over in the Instant Chat. And if you've not joined, consider joining by becoming a Purple Power, Calcino VIP, or Purple Hawk. Over there is an Instant Chat. It's featured every day on this channel at 6 and 6:30. You can chat with your Purple Power friends and commiserate and share the spirit of the purple. In this video, I'm going to go over the third stimulus package, what is in there, what is defined, what is not defined, what is a little bit confusing, and what is still at issue. There's so much deliciousness, and if you remember that yesterday you saw that delicious PDF that I gave you, it was a download that goes over the provisions, which you can follow along with me and pull it out, and we will go over all of these 19 items together in this video, and I'll explain them one at a time. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The third stimulus package has a lot of things that no one saw was in there. $4,000, $8,000 tax credit. What is it? Tax refund? $1,400 a week. What are you talking about? $1,700 for a kid in college. What is all these things? We were focusing on check, and then we sort of forgot the other things. But it was also the element of a bad press conference. So after that press conference on Friday, I got a pre-release of the bill draft, and boy, it's insanely delicious. 30 pages of really good news. And in this video, I'm going to go over those items right now. First, let's focus on the check. The check is the following. Individuals, $1,400. Married couple, double it. Children, $1,400. And adult dependents, $3,200. Why are adult dependents getting $3,200? They're getting $1,400 for this bill. They're getting $600 for the second stimulus package bill of December because they were excluded from that. And they're getting $1,200 from the first stimulus package bill of March 2020 because they were excluded from that as well. $1,200, $600, $1,400, $3,200. Everyone else, $1,400. The SSI and SSDI confusion was delineated on this channel months ago, but some reason it got lost in messaging. And so I've been repeating that as well. The SSI and SSDI was never going to be part of the third stimulus package. I said that a lot of times in December and November, but some people didn't hear it. And so I'm repeating again, is the SSI and SSDI is not part of this bill. It's a standalone bill, the $2,400. It's still on the table. It's not changed. It follows as a separate bill after this. Also following as a separate bill after this is the student loan debt forgiveness of $10,000. Also as another bill after this is the teacher's aid stimulus package. That falls after this as well. Also after this is the infrastructure bill that creates jobs for you. Also after this bill. So you see a lot of things after this bill. Next, The FPUC. The FPUC is not defined in the third stimulus package. It's vague, and it specifically says, one, I'm letting the Congress decide this. I'm not doing this one. You can go decide yourself. Two, I am specifically making clear to Congress that I want a provision that says if you want to come back and ask for more FPUC in the future, you can do it. I don't want to have you sit around for 10 months writing a 10,000-page bill again. I want to get change very quickly. He does say I recommend $400 a week, but other than that, I'm not doing any other recommending. So he does not exclude he does not exclude retro. He does not exclude $600 a week. He says, I'm not going to decide it. You go decide it. And that's where we are. Everything is still on the table. Good news there. UI and PUA, he wants them extended. He wants Congress to decide. Number 5, SNAP, 15% increase. This is very well defined. He's saying this very clearly. He's saying, I want SNAP increase an additional 6 months. The second stimulus package, the Mar-a-Lago bill, created a SNAP increase of 15%. He says, I want an additional 6 months. Can't be any clearer than that. Now, if you're new to this channel, you may not have catched me explain how this SNAP increase is working. SNAP is food. How much food? If you're a family of 4 in Hawaii, about $1,400 a month. How do you get the SNAP? Reach out to Department of Agriculture. How are they paying the increases? In January, they're either sending it as part of your January payment or separate payments. The January plus the increase is a separate payment. In other states, it's waiting to February. PBT, number 6, go get that if you want it. $114 a month approximately per child that has to stay home if the school is closed for food. Then number 7, the rent aid on the third stimulus package. This is insane. This is so good. I mean, it just makes your mouth water. It's so delicious. Rent aid not just for low income, but also for middle class. In fact, it uses the words middle class. So if you have a car and you have a job and you have a home, or you rent a home, and you have a family, and you have some money in the bank, suddenly you're not excluded from rent aid. If you have a difficulty paying the rent, he wants you to get rent aid. And the way he's going to do it is the following. He's going to pay the rent to the landlord, so you don't have to even deal with it. This sounds exactly what I was telling to you outside for 6 months when I did those rent videos at the 5th video in the afternoons at LALATE. I said, no one's watching these videos, but I'm going to record them because they're important. Well, I also said to you that, hey, something's going to give. And what he did was, he said, under his rent aid of the third stimulus package, that if the federal government gives the rent to the landlord and they don't take it, guess what? We'll just give it to you, and then you give it to the landlord. Say, here, take it. Yeah, so they anticipate problems with the landlords. Then free utilities as well. Free internet, number 9. Free childcare, number 10. Eviction moratorium, number 11. CDC, so the eviction moratorium is extended, CDC. Not the one I would have liked. I would have liked just a normal eviction moratorium. I don't know why it has to keep on going through the CDC, but that's the way they're doing so far. Mortgage forbearance, number 12. I don't particularly like this. I think you know why I'm going to say, is because it's only for federally backed mortgages. So it looks like those banking lobbyists got their way again. If you have a mortgage with a private bank, it's not protected. Then we turn to the business grant, number 13, and the business loan, number 14. Oh wow! Now this is deliciousness. This is a $12 ice cream emoji 5 times over. There's going to be 2 types of things for businesses. One, if you have a business that's existing when the pandemic hit and it's hurting because of the pandemic, he's going to give you a business grant. 2, if you want to start a new business, he's going to give you a delicious business loan. So go start a new business. I want to open a restaurant. I got laid off from John and John's Plumbing. I want to go do my thing, which was always start a restaurant. Go start a restaurant. Here's some money from Joe Biden, and you can go do it. The program will pay for itself, says Biden, because the government's going to make money on the principal and interest. It's a mortgage. It's a loan. So it's insanely delicious. Now, you're going to see something that just happened in the last 2 minutes of this recording. You never heard me say the word EIDL or PPP. Why? My guess is these are new instruments. Yes. I'm guessing this is not EIDL or PPP. It's a new instrument. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is EIDL and PPP. But I just don't think it is. I think it's a new instrument. Remember, PPP was created by Trump. EIDL is pre-existing. It's been around for a while. So maybe this is a brand new business instrument. Number 15, paid sick leave. Oh, wow. This is insane. I did this live on Being a Mitch yesterday. I read the provision live on camera, and you saw my reaction as I was reading it for the very first time. My eyes popped out of my socket. How much is this? Well, first of all, it's $1,400 a week, but it's up to $1,400 a week. But it's the eligibility that makes me really excited for it. Let me explain what it is. It basically says you can get this money if the following situations happen. 1, you have COVID. 2, or your kid has to stay home because the school is closed. Not because the kid has COVID, just because the school is closed. Or 3, you have to quarantine but may not have COVID. You just have to quarantine. Or 4, someone in your household has COVID. You don't, and you have to take care of them. Those are the eligible universes of what it's called federal paid sick leave under this provision. How much money? Up to $1,400 of delicious money per week. Wow, 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 wow. So what is the up to based upon? $75,000 2019 earnings in your tax return. If you made less, then you'll get less than $1,400 a week. If you made more, you're only going to get the max out of $1,400 a week. Insane. It's insane. It's absolutely incredible. Who heard of a $1,400 a week stimulus in this bill? It just came out of nowhere. And there's a lot of people that are getting COVID. Now, I know all the questions I'm going to get, and I'm starting to sense them even before I even say them, which is, I had COVID in March of last year. Am I getting any money for this? Is there retro paid sick leave? I don't think so. You know, there's a point at which a president who comes in has to do things to fix the situation, but they can only do so much retroness. And people should have gotten this, and under the last administration, they didn't get zip. So, I don't know if he's going to do this retro. Next, student aid supplement, $1,700 per child. It's not up to $1,700. It's $1,700. How do you get it? Not very clear. He's going to pay $35 billion to colleges to give $1,700 in financial aid to students, millions of students. What is financial aid? A grant or loan? Don't know. Then, student aid supplement. I just did that, sorry. Child tax credit. Insane. Child tax credit, how much is this? $4,000 or $8,000. Up to. Both up to. What is it and how does it calculate? If you have a child who's under 13 years of age and you have to provide some type of child care services to that child, this is you. You can deduct on your tax return, presumably this upcoming 2020 tax return for last year, up to 50% of the expenses that you had for that child, no more than $4,000. So $4,000 is basically saying you had $8,000 worth of expenses. Up to, you can do 50% you can do 50% of your child care costs up to $4,000 per child. But if you have more than one child, they will do up to $8,000 total for all the kids. And remember, this is a tax credit. So he's basically, and he actually says it, that if you, if you don't have much money on your income tax return, you will get a refund, a tax refund check of $8,000, $4,000, $8,000. And if you made a lot of money, if you make $200,000, $300,000, he's going to still do this. Just reduce the amount. Up to $400,000 household income, he's going to still give you this tax credit. Really, really great news. Number 18, public sector hazard pay, and number 19, hazard pay private sector. What are those? So the hazard pay public sector will be $300 billion given to state and local, which will then pay to you if you're public sector, state or county employees like fire, rescue, public works. Private sector is not clear. This is one of those, again, not clear. He says retail and groceries, and he says I want to reach out to the CEOs and tell them to pay you hazard pay. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? It means that he's going to say, hey, let me pull your wrist, pay some hazard pay, or else. And what's the or else? I think he's going to basically say, I'm going to pass a national rule. You have to pay people hazard pay if they work in these environments between now and December. How it will work, don't know. He's keeping this hidden, this one at the moment. And there you go. At the 15-minute mark, we have a complete coverage of the third stimulus package. If you've not subscribed, go to the front channel, subscribe, like this video, and consider becoming a Calcino VIP, Purple Hawk, or Purple Power. Stay informed, stay focused, and I will see you at 8:30 with a continuation on Mornings LALATE.